we're gonna talk about the money situation in a second. But what do you think about like who now, like who battling right now? Do you think Mook should battle? Like a battler that's battling right now that would probably beat Mook in your eyes.
I think a lot of guys would beat Mook. To be perfectly honest with you, I think Mook has battled guys that he knows he's comfortable with. Like, Loaded Lux, yes, Loaded Lux is great, but he's already seen Loaded Lux, you know what I'm saying? He's comfortable. I'd like to see him battle guys that are really going to come for him. You know what I mean? Like, he's talking about battling Drake, and I totally get it. I don't give a fuck about him battling Drake, to be honest with you. Who the fuck cares? I'd rather see Drake battle Chris Brown. I don't want to see Drake fucking battle Mook. So to me, it's like, Mook, I'm not going to say he's scared, but I'm going to say he's hesitant to battle the likes of a Charlie Clips, a Hollow the Dawn, a Tsunami Surf, a Hitman Holla, because they've mastered what he hasn't yet, and that's performing in front of large crowds and keeping them at bay and being more lyrical, punching every way. Like, Charlie Clips is to me the most skilled battle rap I've seen in years. And I mean, him and Hollow's going down in Known 5, and it's a mirror match. It's crazy to me. But, like, those guys are very difficult to prepare for because the rebuttal game, they take angles, and I think Mook hasn't faced that yet.
Let me ask you a question. Well, did you see Charlie Clips and Heartless battle when Charlie Clips lost?
Let's be honest, OD.
He lost.
Nobody cares.
Nobody seen it. Nobody's seen it, but I care.
You care. But let's be honest. I don't think Charlie Clips cared. Charlie Clips showed up there, freestyled, and got a check and left. He didn't give a shit. You've seen the difference between Charlie Clips caring and Charlie Clips doing. That's why I say, if it's not on Smack, it don't count. Because a lot of these guys, for instance, I'll give you an example. They'll battle Heartless on any other league. Ask Charlie Clips to battle Heartless on Smack. He's going to be like, no fucking way. For what? Because if he were to take a loss on Smack to a Heartless, it'll be so big. And, like, Clips went, got a check and left, really. And then he comes over, battles fucking Rex, and you see what the hell he did. He went fucking disgusting with it. And, you can say whatever you want. I don't care. Even when he went to battle Sharon, who cares? To be honest with you. He battled Rex, went crazy. People said, he lost to Sharon, and niggas, people like, who cares? And that's the truth. It's like LeBron taking a loss in the Canadian Basketball League or in Europe. Nobody cares if it didn't happen in the NBA. And, people are going to be like, oh, no, he's fucking a scumbag. But I'm just keeping it real. Why is the reason nobody cares that he lost to Sharon? Because he just showed up there for a check. It was like the USA Dream Team going over the season playing people. That's basically what Charlie Clips did.
So doesn't that like ruin a possible battle with Mook? Like, why would Mook battle somebody that don't care and lost to somebody like that? You can't say that about Mook. Look at Mook's old stuff. I'm sure there's people that he didn't really want to battle, but I mean, a champion is going to do what a champion's work all the time.
I understand what you're saying, but this is like when the Dream Team went overseas. Everybody wants to see these guys. You're not going to see Michael Jordan in his Byron Russell last second shot form when he's playing against fucking Oscar Schmidt. Like, nobody gives a shit. He's not going to. You're not going to see that. You know what I mean? You're not going to see LeBron at 100%. They're going out there, they're getting checks, they're smiling, taking pictures with the fans, and going home until they have the real matchup. And, I understand what you're saying, but perception is reality. This is why when they get on Smack, it's a whole nother echelon. It's a whole nother intensity. And, you can ask Clips, he'll tell you that. They'll be like, yo, I really don't care. And that's what it's very, that's why a lot of these guys won't take a lot of these new cats coming up on Smack, because they are scared. If they take that loss on Smack, I just lost my spot. As long as I perform here, I don't care about getting other checks on anywhere else. And that's what they do. If people can say, no, you're wrong, okay, it's fine. But, the proof is in the pudding.
Okay, now let's talk about money in battle rap real quick, and just without me asking you any specific questions, why don't you just break down the money situation as far as like somebody that's not on the business side of battle rap as far as paying the rappers go and everything like that?
Well, for one, let's be honest. A lot of these guys get overpaid, and the reason I say that, you're entitled to feel what you're worth. But the reality of the situation is, in business, if I'm paying $40,000 to one individual, then I should be able to double or triple that to make profit to continue to run the business.
Right.
But it's not at that level. But these rappers, they feel like, hey, I'm gonna get what I gotta get, and that's it. And when you have these people that come out that aren't familiar with the culture and they have money, they're willing to spend that large amounts and don't care because they're not really for this. They're not really here to continue to grow this. And it can ruin a sport. You know what I mean? It really could. That's why the NBA, the NFL, they have salary caps. It's the same because you have to control that because it gets out of hand. And what ends up happening is, all right, let me give you an example, right?
Okay.
The NFL, right? Who was it? I forgot what team they were talking about. They were talking about the St. Louis Rangers today. They sell out every game. But the San Francisco 49ers had empty seats at their games. Now imagine if you were to base ticket sales in terms of the NFL. So one day I got to sit down with a rep. He's actually from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
And he deals with the NFL. And he was like, Norbes, in your business, how do you guys make the money? So we're sitting there, we're talking. And mind you, this guy's dealing with millionaires every day, billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, the reason, he was like, what do you think the percentage is of ticket sales for the NFL? Like, say, out of 100% of revenue, what do you think is the representation of ticket sales? Take a guess.
Mm-hmm. You want me to guess?
Yeah.
I would, for the whole league?
Yes.
I would say 100 million.
No, I'm talking about percentage. So say if it's 100%, what is the percentage that goes to that the NFL makes from ticket sales?
Oh, not the team, but the NFL, the league, or whatever.
Any team, you can say team or whatever.
40%, 50.
Less than 1%, about 1%, some or maybe a little more. Now you're like, but how the hell are they able to pay the players? They don't make nothing off of ticket sales. I swear to God, they don't. And that's the reason I bring up ticket sales, because the majority of these guys' paychecks in battle rap are due to ticket sales. So when you rely on ticket sales, you're relying on people coming. Now if they don't show up, what happens, OD? You know it. You're throwing events.
Yeah.
Fucking lose money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm barely breaking even here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way these guys are charging, it's ridiculous. Now, how does the NFL make money? They make money off of advertising. Sponsors. If you look at when you watch NFL games, you got sponsors all over. You got Under Armour, you got Beats, you got Boost is actually the official whatever. You got Pepsi, you got Coca-Cola, you got Coors Light.
Right.
Not to mention, you have big trillion-dollar deals that they're signing with networks.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's where they make their money. That's who pays the players. And battle rap is not there.
Right.
But they're not going to tell you that. People aren't going to say that. They're going to be like, oh, you sold 50,000 tickets. No, it doesn't work like that. Let's go further. Boxing. People are like, oh, they sell pay-per-views. You know how much of a loss they take on pay-per-views? They're not selling pay-per-views like that. But you know how they make their money? Coca-Cola. If you watch boxing, you got fucking Corona, Takada, you got Everlast. You see all those little logos everywhere? Mm-hmm. That's how they're making their money. So they're willing to take a loss. Why? Because they're getting millions of dollars off of the sponsorships. Now, if you don't have sponsorships in battle rap, which no one does, guess what happens? You rely on ticket sales. And OD, you know as I do, because you own a league, how many people, right. Let's say if 100 people show up to your event, OD, how many of them actually really pay?
Right. You'd be lucky if it's half.
and OD, this is my point. But you can't tell that to battle rap because they want their 40,000. I don't see it. And like people were like, I remember when the Loaded Luck situation happened, when he said, oh, you know, if you guys sell 100,000 pay-per-views and 1,000 tickets, you guys have my money. And I'm sitting there like, don't you own a Battle League, Lux? Don't you own the Lions? Why don't you throw the goddamn event then?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people are like, oh, if you make bro, the pay-per-view doesn't do dick. Let's be honest with you. Mm-hmm. The pay-per-view, every pay-per-view is streamed live with the bootleg.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you get 6,000 buys, it's nothing. It's minimal. What the fuck is 6,000 miles? You have to pay Ustream. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay them an outrageous number. It's getting bootlegged, and who the fuck is buying it? Nobody. Right. And that's the point. People are like, oh, I'll buy it. Okay, so you got 6,000 people. There's 50 fucking states. 50 fucking states. And there's 6,000 people buying a pay-per-view? Seriously? And I love when people lie about the numbers. Well, we sold 25,000. No, you didn't. If you would have sold 25,000, you wouldn't be fucking struggling to throw your next event.
Right. It would be, you'd be jumping out the gate to that next event.
Exactly. And the reason I love this conversation with you is because you do this. You throw events. You know what it costs. And I know half the time you're not even breaking even. You're probably taking a loss.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying?
We don't lose, but it's times where we do break even. Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. We've lost. Yeah. I'll say it. We've lost. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people don't understand that. You know, there's a difference when you have sponsorships and it's not there. Nike's not sitting there saying, "Hey, let's sponsor this event." They haven't. The sponsors have not yet understood how to market what we do. And when we finally do, when we get our situations, then maybe we could pay these guys a salary. But at this point, we're just getting ass raped by these battle rappers. With a smile. And I keep it real with you. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? Snoop Dogg is a fucking millionaire. He's been around since I was like 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He can afford to lose $60,000 and not give a shit, not lose no fucking sleep.
And Eminem. Let me ask you this question. Do you think, in your honest opinion, do you think Total Slaughter, the first one, was positive, make positive cash flow?
No, absolutely not. No.
That's what
no way.
That's what I say too.
You got to look at it like this. If that was the case, then why such a slow turnaround?
Exactly. And these people just swearing up and down they made a killing. I'm like, y'all don't understand this business. These are non-business people formulating opinions about business, and they don't have no idea.
I love my favorite tweets are put up the money. You're gonna lose. I'm like, bro, I understand my brand. I understand what I gotta do. I'm really good at what I do, OD. I understand what I gotta do.
Right.
I'm not gonna sell my soul to get one asshole for 9 minutes, which I don't even know if he's even gonna bring fucking 9 minutes of material. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's no guarantee I'm getting 50,000 people to buy a pay-per-view. There's no guarantee that I'm gonna get 1,000 people to buy tickets at the venue. You know what I'm saying? But the NBA, the NFL, they have a guarantee. They have Coors Lights putting up $15 million for the season. Mm-hmm. CBS says, hey, we want this. We want the AFC package. Guess what we're going to do? What? We're going to put up $3-4 billion for the seasons. We don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is, everybody has this big perception. Oh, you guys must be killing it. Look at the venue; they're packed out. But the reality is, you're basing it off tickets. You think these assholes that battle? Do you think they're saying, hey, let's be reasonable? No, they're saying, fill my pockets. I don't give a fuck about you as long as I get my money. And that's the fucking that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's trying everybody's money, and they don't even know what it takes. And think about it. A lot of these rappers have thrown their own events. How many have they thrown? How many of them thrown multiple?
Right. Yeah. And how many of these big guys like Eminem and stuff, how many events are they actually going to do or film on TV? We'll see how they do. Like,
Alfie Davis could take a shit right now for fucking millions of dollars and not worry about him, you know. But at the end of the day, it's when you're a business, if you're not turning up a profit, you kind of start looking at stuff like, do I really want to do this?
Right. Like, why?
Why the fuck am I doing this?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, you know. And people got to give credit to myself, Smack, Beasley, and Chico for being persistent, consistently bringing this to you, losing money and still doing it, and continue to bring you the best brand out there possible.
Mm-hmm.
I take my hat off to Organic for what he's doing. I know what the fuck they're going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that easy, bro. When these guys are raping you, at least fucking Organic got a bunch of Canadians that do fucking battle for $25. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that fucking luxury.